Hey, how you guys doing? It's October 12th, 2024. Oh wow, that's really washed out, isn't it? How's that? Is that a little better? Yeah, that's a little better. So, we're at my pepper patch, and I'm in Ontario. We've already had cold temperatures this week that were so cold I had ice all over the window of my vehicle when I went to go to work. I was expecting those pepper plants beside me to be totally thrashed, frozen, rotten, but they're still going. But our timeline for gardening is 2 weeks. That's what we got. I got an email from the landowner saying we have to strip the bed. So what we're going to do today is we are just going to strip all the pepper plants and pull them out of the ground, and by the time we're done, we're just going to have one big long empty bed. So I figured I would take you guys along with me, and we can strip some peppers. What do you say? Good? Good. So first up on the docket right here are my Alma paprika peppers, and I grow those because once I get them out of here, we're going to cold smoke them on my custom smoker over apple wood. Then when they're smoked for 3-4 hours and they've got a little bit of a char on them and they've taken all that flavor, we're going to run them through the dehydrator, then through the blender, and it's going to make the absolute best paprika you've ever had in your life. I'll do another video on that. So what do you say we get started? So these are the Almas, all right here, and when they're ripe, they look like this. Bright red, like an apple. Some of them are still yellow, but I think basically what we're going to do is we're going to bring them all home, and even the yellow ones, by the time I get these into my smoker anyways, they'll start to ripen at my house because they'll be warm in my house. They're not warm out here. As you can see, I've got my hood and a flannel jacket on, but we're going to start by stripping all these paprika peppers, and after we're done that, my kids are going to come through and they're just going to rip them all out of the ground. I've got a whole stack of totes to pack. I was really hoping that more of these would be ripe by now, but we've had a bit of a weird pepper season and everything is a little behind. There are loads of peppers. Like, the plants are just loaded. There's lots on here, but they're not ripening nearly as fast as I need them to, right? Like, that is nowhere near ripe, but we're gonna pick them anyways. See, it looks like some of them did suffer some damage from the cold. So there's, like I said, there's lots and lots of peppers per plant. But you know what? I might just actually smoke the yellow ones anyways. They'll just have a little bit of a different flavor. See, look at these. Look at the whole plant is just loaded, guys. But I can't risk another heavy frost coming through and these just rotting, because I can't get here every day, right? I can't get to the garden every day, so I have to really be careful with what the weather's doing, because let's say I find out on a work day that we have a heavy frost coming that night. What am I going to do? Am I going to come here after work with a headlamp on and strip my garden out? That's going to be even harder. I've got kiddos at home that need dinner, and right, so that would basically put me into panic mode. Come strip the garden on a work night, or take the risk of losing everything that's still growing. And I don't like either of those options. I'm busy enough as it is. So this is basically what we're going to do. We're just going to harvest and stack in a pile. And when all's said and done, we'll just call this. Wow, look at the size of that pepper. That's an Alma, guys. Look at that. That's a monster. So we're just going to come through and pick them all, put them in piles. Green. That's interesting. That's very interesting. That's not supposed to be that color, guys. I don't know what happened here. But they're not green. Weird. So we're getting a little pile. We're just going to basically strip them and stack them. They're not supposed to be that shape. Look at all the peppers. Look at all of these. All right, I'm going to finish up these Almas and we'll work our way down the line. So that's what we got for the Almas. Which, I mean, once those go on the barbecue, I'll end up with a decent portion of paprika, but not nearly as much as I had hoped. So now we're going to start working on the sweet peppers in the middle. And those big ones down there are jalapenos and Hungarians and poblanos. I think they're poblanos. So here's all the sweet peppers and they're loaded. So I've just got a new tote, and then we're going to use the tote with the paprika peppers. We're going to put jalapenos and stuff in there. So basically I think what I'm going to do is as I strip each plant, I think I'm basically just going to pull it out of the ground, and my kids are just going to follow behind me and clean it up. We're even going to take the small ones, because if we're going to do it, we're just going to do the whole thing at one time. So pick it, pull it, and we're just going to toss it like that. We'll just work our way through here. I mean, there's lots of nice peppers. It's been a good year for peppers, for growing, right? Like, I mean, these are nice peppers, but everything is behind. And I've talked to other gardeners too, and they're telling me the same thing, that their pepper plants are behind schedule. And I don't know why, because we've had a beautiful hot summer. So even these little ones, I'll take them home, because what I'll do is I cut them in half and I take the seeds out, and then I freeze them and I use them for spaghetti sauce and that sort of stuff. So it's no big deal if they're smaller. And it doesn't matter if we damage the plants in the process either, because they're all coming out. But there's lots, there's lots of peppers here. There's so many on some of these plants, they're literally bending the plants down to the ground. I was hoping for more red peppers, right? I've been trying to let them ripen on the ground, because I was thinking of actually smoking some of these red peppers, or not smoking. I was thinking of fire roasting these and then canning them, putting them on burgers and stuff. So ones like this I'll probably let ripen at my house so they're redder, and then we're going to put them on the barbecue, and I'll show you guys how to make flame roasted peppers. All right, here, this is what we'll do. I'll put you guys here and we'll time lapse stripping this whole bed. What do you say? Good? Start at the beginning. Well, that's the sweet pepper harvest right there. That's what we got left. And there is a ton of peppers there. I don't even know how much that weighs, but there's a lot. We got the whole thing stripped out. Those are the almas down there, and we'll pull those out in a minute. There's the tote that the almas were in. But this is what's left of my sweet peppers, and now we bust into these. So here we have Hungarian paprika peppers, and they ripen out. They turn a beautiful red. We don't have any beautiful red ones yet, but they're changing. So we're going to strip all those out. And then over here we have, I think these are poblanos. They were given to me and they turn bright yellow. And then back there we have jalapenos, which I'm growing for salsa and for smoking to make chipotle. Oh, I forgot, we're not done with the sweet peppers. We've got these ones, and these pepper plants right here that you guys see are actually the ones, if you guys have been following me for a while, these pepper plants right in front of me were actually in my greenhouse, and we grew these plants in my basement last wintertime. So these plants have been growing now for 10 months or something. And if I wanted to, I could cut a large portion of these plants off at the stem, right down in there, and then I could just bring them home, put them in pots again, and they'll just start to grow again. But we're not going to do that. We're just going to start new plants. I think that's almost it. Oh no, they're still in here. What's that? That is jalapeno. Now there's still more. What do we got here? We're not going to bother keeping that little fella. So that's what a plant looks like that you grow in your basement and transplant outside. And this should be one here too. Don't need that stake or that stake. And shake the dirt off, make it easier. No peppers. And one more. I think there was 3. Nope. Is that? No, that's not. Okay. So that's what we got off those, and I can't even fit them in the tote because they're falling off. So that's the pepper harvest for that. So now we're down to the Hungarian paprikas, and I think they're poblanos, and then the jalapenos are in the back. So I'm just gonna strip all those so you guys can have an idea of what they kind of look like before and after. They're loaded. There's lots of peppers on there. So I'll get to that, and then I'll show you. I've got the bin right here with the Alma paprika peppers. So let's run through that, and then we'll see where we end up. So that's our pepper harvest, or what's left of it anyways. So sweet peppers, which are King of the North and California Wonders. That's what's there. And then in here, we have the Hungarians. We have the, what I think are the poblanos, and they turn a bright yellow. And then we've got our jalapeno harvest this year, guys, was basically a non-starter, which sucks because I use those to make chipotle. And then underneath there, we have the almas. So that's it for peppers. And we've stripped the whole bed. We've got a couple of the alma plants still in the ground, but we're going to tear those out. So I hope your pepper harvest is as good as mine, if not better. I was hoping for better, but I'm happy with this because I'm going to, basically what I do when I get home, I'm just going to take these, cut the top off, cut them in half, take the seeds out after I wash them in the sink, of course, and then I'm just going to put them all in big freezer bags and freeze them, and then some of them are just going to go through the dehydrator, so there'll be a couple of videos for that coming out. So all right, guys, grow good food just like that. Don't take no shit. Be self-sufficient. Subscribe to the channel. I love you guys. See ya. Bye.